questions and answers. We're going to just go over some of the questions you guys have given us from YouTube and emails. Welcome to Mordor Gun Dogs. My name is Charlie Thorburn. This week we're going to do a video on just some of the questions you guys have put to us on a couple of videos we've had recently. So someone's asked what the words of command we use and why do we use them. What the commands are doesn't really matter. People get a bit carried away. They sort of think, oh, I must use the right words or the traditional words. It really doesn't matter as long as you use the same ones. We also use sit for sit, we use down for lie down, we use get over for jumping over something, we use wait for waiting at a door, we use out for them to get out and retrieve, but it doesn't really matter what you use. I mean, you can train your dog to sit every time you say chocolate ice cream. It doesn't matter at all as long as you use the same commands. So that would be the only thing I would say is don't worry about the commands particularly, just worry about the fact that they come naturally to you and that you find them easy to say and they're obviously a logical thing to say and you haven't got to be thinking, oh, what word do I use for that? The commands that we use don't necessarily have to be the ones that you guys are going to use. Someone's asked me about resource guarding and if they've got any advice on this. Nip it in the bud. It's something that you need to deal with when you see a young dog with a bone or a sock or something and they don't want to give it to you, get in there and get it off them. We would take them by the scruff of their neck and we would just take it out of their mouth. And if they kind of go else, we just growl back and take it off them and show straight away we're not gonna lose. If a dog's really bad at this, if it's an older dog that's kind of got the hang of like, I'm not giving this back, we'd literally put on a set of gloves that we'd use to handle a fire and just get in there. And if the dog bites us, we want to show them that there's nothing that is going to stop us doing what we want to do. The worst thing you can do possibly is back down from your dog. Get them used to you taking everything off them, giving it back, taking it off them, giving it back. None of it's theirs. It's not their house. It's not their car. They don't pay their mortgage, so none of it's theirs. It's not a kind of, oh, well, they want it. If they want it, I don't let them have it. I take it away regularly. I give it back, I take it away again. It's all on my terms, it's all about me. So that's the best way to prevent it happening. Get the dog used to being handled. One of our very early videos was me handling a load of young dogs quite roughly, scruff of the neck, moving them around. They're all quite happy having that done to them. Get them used to that from day one. Then they're instantly a dog that just goes, it's just what happens. So then when we start taking their food away, taking bones away, like we just never allow them to growl. If there's any sort of kind of, I don't want you to have it, we would be straight back in going, don't you do that to me. We would be overdoing it like with their mother. Don't you growl at me. Don't you talk back at me. Don't you raise your voice at me. That's very much how we deal with it. Now, if we've got a dog, which we did recently, who was an older dog, a 6-year-old Springer Spaniel, and he was very prone to, like, if he had his dummy, if he had his training retrieve, he would not give it back. And we just put on a big set of gloves you might use to deal with a log burning stove, or a set of welding gloves, something that are pretty thick, pretty strong, and we'd go straight in there and we'd take it and we show the dog that them biting us is just not an option. It's not, we don't care, we're not scared of them. And as soon as you show them that that's not going to work, they kind of go, oh, what else can I try? And they realise that actually they're not in charge and they're not writing the rules and that you are. So we're definitely kind of keen to be pretty assertive back. If someone said to me once, oh, I've got a young dog and a young puppy, and when it's on the sofa and I try and get it off, it growls, that's a form of resource guarding. It's lying on the sofa, it doesn't want to move, you want it to move, and it decides I don't want to. They're like, oh, what should I do? Scoop it off and fling it onto the floor and don't let it back on the sofa. Someone's like, oh, if the dog's in the bed, when the dog's in the bed in the morning, it growls at my wife. What the blooming heck is a dog who behaves like that doing in your bed in the first place? They've got to earn their right. They've got to earn their place in these situations. There's one lying upside down on the floor here, as submissive and gentle as you can imagine. So she is allowed on the sofa, because when we say off, she just gets off. And that's really what we're looking for. But the worst possible thing you can do with a dog that is a guarder, is a growler, is just a little bloody arse, is go, ooh, they're not happy about that, I'm going to step back. Because then you go from being the bouncer in charge to being the waitress and asking them what they would like. And it's not what they would like, because they are a dog and we love them dearly. But remember, they are dogs. Remember, you get out what you put in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.